Okay, shall we start? Only some few, we'll see some few example as well. After that, we'll discuss on whatever doubt you have and doubts you have for your midterm, coming midterm. So, the queries, we have already done some queries on the company database. The remaining queries, let us see the remaining queries. So this is the first one for today. For each project on which more than 2 employees work, retrieve the project number, the project name, the number of employees who work on the project. Okay, so for each project on which more than 2 employees work, retrieve the project number, project name, and the number of employees who work on the project. So these things, one thing that is project number, project name, we can retrieve it from the project table, isn't it? So here you can see, let us see the company database again, relational model for the company database. So we have our employee relation, and then a department relation, and then department location, project, works on, dependent. So in the project we have P name, P number. So from here we can retrieve this project number and project name, isn't it? And the number of employees. So again, the another information that we need to retrieve is number of employees, isn't it? So that means if, even for this statement also, from here read it, for each project on which more than 2 employees work. So we are going to count the number of employees, isn't it? And again, for this again, the thing that we are going to retrieve is the number of employees who works on that project. So the number of employees we have to count, but we do not need to retrieve anything, means anything about the employee. That means the employee name, salary, address, these things we do not need to retrieve. So let us see whether even without using the employee table, we can retrieve the number of employees or not. Okay. So the relation between project and this employee table is because of this works on, isn't it? Works on. There is only a single relationship, and that is works on. And this works on is going to, we are going to access that particular relationship, isn't it? For each project on which more than 2 employees works. That means we are going to access this particular works on relationship. Okay, works on relationship. And in this works on relationship, there is a attribute ESSN, a foreign key attribute ESSN, referring to the employee social security number. So that means we do not need to go to the employee table, but still by using the works on table, we can count the number of employees. Okay, so that means the tables that needs to be needs to access for this particular query is going to be the project and works on. Okay, even if you want, you can also you can also make this employee involved in the query, but it is not necessary. We can retrieve the number of employee from this works on. So that's why I'm not going to use this employee table. So that means we need to join project and works on using the this one, this P number, PNO, foreign key, primary key references. Okay, so let us do that. So we are going to retrieve project number, more than 2 employees work. So retrieve project number, P number. I'll just give an alias name for the project. So P number, comma P name, project number, project name, and the number of employees we are going to count, isn't it? So for works on, I will give an alias name W. So W, first you need to count the number of employees. W dot PSSN. Okay, so we are going to count it from project P join works on project P works on W on. Tell me the joining condition. The join condition. Anyone?
Ma'am, P number equal to PNO.
Yeah. P dot P number equal to W dot PN. Okay, so this is the joining condition. Let me read the statement once again. For each project on which more than 2 employees work, retrieve the project number, the project name, and the number of employees who work on the project. So we have already joined project and works on table. And then what we need to do is we need to group whatever tuples we got in that particular temporary table. We need to group the tuples using project number. Okay, because for each project we have to do something for each project, isn't it? So that is why we need to group the tuples using project number. So you can give any project number here, whether it is PNO or P number that we got from the project table, or PNO that we got from the works on table. You can use any of that two attributes. So I'll use P number, P dot P number. Okay, group by P dot P number, and again on which more than 2 employees work. So that means we are going to retrieve the project number of those projects where it has more than 2 employees work. Okay, so that means we need to have a condition for the groups. Okay, if we are going to have a condition on groups, then I told you that we need to use the having clause. Okay, having count. Again, we are going to count the employees. So W dot ESS. It is not cache sensitive, but still I'll write it like this because I'm writing all the keywords in capital letter. So W dot ESS and greater than 2. Okay. So what is happening here is first the project and the works on table is joined and a temporary table is formed. Okay, and so in that temporary table, the tuples are grouped by using the P number. Okay, the tuples will be grouped by using P number. So for each project, there will be a group, means there will be a group of employees will be there in each group. Okay, so according to this statement, what we need to do is we need to retrieve some information about the project having more than 2 employees, isn't it? So that is why we need to have a this one condition. That's why we apply that condition here. Count SSN means we are counting the number of employees in each group. Okay, so for each group we will count the number of employees, and those groups which is having more than 2 employees, for those groups we are retrieving project number, project name, and the number of employees. Okay. So any doubt here? So again, I'll tell you, if the condition is, means if the whatever condition we are going to apply, if it is to apply on the group of tuples, and if some aggregate function needs to be used in the condition, then you need to use the having clause. You can't give this condition on the where clause. Okay, you can't just put this condition on the where clause because aggregate functions cannot be used in the where clause. Remember this. Okay, so this is our query, the first query. We have another query. Let us see. For each department that has more than 5 employees, okay, for each department that has more than 5 employees, retrieve the department of each employees who are making more than 40,000. So here again, what we need to do is we are going to retrieve department number, okay, and the number of each employees who are making more than 40,000. So this is salary, isn't it? Salary. If we are going to do something with the salary, then employee table is involved. Okay, and department number. So we are not going to access anything like department name and then other things. So that means D number, we can got it from here itself. Means from the employee table, we have D number, isn't it? So let us see. Okay, so that means what we need to do here is, I will read it again. For each department that has more than 5 employees, that means we will be grouping in the employees. Means we are going to group the tuples using the DNO value that have more than 5 employees. Means yeah, it should be more than 5. The count value should be more than 5. Retrieve the department number, the number of each employees who are making, and the number of employees who are making more than 40,000. Okay, so let me just try to write this. Select DNO, count for employee for each department that has more than 5 employees. Retrieve the department number and the number of employees. Okay, from employee where I think it is going to work. Let me see. Where salary is greater than 40,000. So till here, what is happening is from the employee table, we are selecting the tuples which is having salary greater than 40,000, and then after that, okay, we are counting. So again, here some few things are already solved. The other remaining things, let us just read the statement again. For each department that has more than 5 employees, retrieve the department number and the number of its employees who are making more than 40,000. Okay, so we need to group it by the department number. DNO more than 5 employees, greater than 5. Okay, so let us just check the select statement again. In the employee table, what will happen is in the employee table, the tuples who is making. Okay, so first this condition is going to apply on the employee table. So whether it will give a correct result or not, let us just see. first from the employee table, the tuples which is having salary more than 40,000 will be selected. Okay, and from those tuples again, from those selected tuples, the tuples is going to group by DNO. Okay, and after that, so this will not give a correct result. Why? Anyone tell me? For each department that has more than 5 employees, retrieve the department number, isn't it? With department who is having more than 5 employees, we need to retrieve the department number. Okay. After that, only after that, the number of employees who are making more than 40,000, we need to count it and then we are going to retrieve. Okay. So that means this particular statement will not give the correct result, because also we have, before grouping it by, before counting the number of employees for each department, we have already applied this condition. Okay, already this condition will be applied on the employee table. That means we have already selected those tuples who is having more than 40,000. Okay, so that is why, let me do one thing here. Okay, I'll just keep it like this, and I will write one more select statement. From employee on capital will okay. Now let us see what is happening here. From the employee table, what is happening is we are selecting the tuples. We are selecting the tuples who is having salary greater than 40,000, and we are selecting the tuples whose department number, whose department is having more than 5 employees. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Means for the tuples, first it will be from the employee table, it will group by using the department number, and then on those groups, what is happening on those groups, the salary which is greater than 40,000 and department number are whose employee who's having more than 5 employees are selected, and then the department number and the number of employees are retrieved. Okay, I think this and this. Both of them is going to give you the same result. That has more than 5 employees. Retrieve the department number. Okay. And the number of each employees who are making more than. Okay, both of them will work for this statement. Even this will also work. Okay. Because we have to apply this for this condition, the number of employees who is making more than 40,000, and for this condition will be for the particular thing that has more than 5 employees. Okay, what will work? So you have to means here even means you need to even I need to read the statements again and again. Okay, so whatever things, everything that is written here, you need to analyze them. Only after that, whatever clauses you need to put there, or if you want, even subqueries can be involved, and then you have to solve it. Okay? Any doubt? Okay, then till here means it is going to be your midterm syllabus till your SQL. So in the midterm, there will be means we will have two slots. One will be for your objective type questions. Okay, so I think I will tell you how much marks means how the mark distribution will be. So there will be two slots. One will be for objective types question and one will be for subjective type questions. Okay, so it will be done one after another. First, we will do the objective type. After that, we'll do the subjective type. Any doubt? Anything you want to ask?
Ma'am, Viva will not happen in midterm. I think it will in term, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So there will be 30 marks. Means the total will be 30 marks.
Yes, ma'am.
Objective and the subjective.
Okay, ma'am.
Anything else?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes. Manjit.
Ma'am, in joins, we are doing cross product. So, ma'am, here they
No.
will create two
In
tables.
join, we are not doing cross product. Means cross product using the condition, join condition. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, using condition.
Hmm.
But ma'am,
Hmm.
during cross product, they are creating two tables. Means one original and one its duplicate. Ma'am, during this
Uh,
process, here is a space inefficient approach.
I didn't get you. I didn't get your question.
Ma'am, it will be space inefficient in terms of space complexity if we are creating similar two tables. And then why we use this instead of this? We can use nested query also. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can do that.
ma'am, but why we need joins? However, it is
Uh,
inefficient.
means in some retrieval queries, even by using subqueries, you might not be able to solve it. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, in programming of SQL, we can also use comma for instead of join, like in older SQL somewhere. Uh,
The
comma.
comma represents a cross product. So that is what comma represents cross product. We already see that, isn't it?
Okay.
So join and cross product, they are totally different. The only means the temporary table for cross product will be all the possible combinations. But for join, the combinations will be according to the condition that is given, the join condition that you apply. Do you get it?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay, so I'll give I'll give an assignment, but as you have your midterm in the next week, so you can submit the assignment after midterm. But you just see the assignment. It will be on this one, data query language, and you if you want, you can use that for your practice also, in order to practice on this SQL, means query language. Okay, data query language, select statement. And even you can take your own examples also. So practice a lot, and best wishes for your exam. Instruction for your exam, I will share it in the WhatsApp, in your WhatsApp group. Okay. So from at what time it will begin, and at what time the next slot will begin, all those things, and what will be the mark distribution. Okay. I'll give the detailed instruction on your WhatsApp group. Okay, then let me check your attendance. So anything related to your midterm syllabus, if you want to ask, then you can ask me. Excuse me. Enrollment number 1, Abhijit Anand.